You got your bow ready to use. You asked for many arrows. You broke up the surface of the earth with rivers. Habakkuk 3:9. Well, it's probably occurred to you by now that this chapter of Habakkuk is praying about the power of God. In it, the prophet compares God's power to many things. So far, he has professed reverence of God's glory, compared it to magnificent sunrises, described how God, is more powerful than plagues and his enemies, who scatter before him like rats. He's talked about God being more powerful than an earthquake and compared God's emotions to being more powerful than the waters. Today it's war. It's archery. The readers of Habakkuk's time would have been familiar with this warlike imagery. Ancient pagans associated their gods with having power over nature, over storms and such. In the not-so-distant future after Habakkuk, Greeks would form legends about the all-powerful king of the gods, Zeus, and how he would hurl thunderbolts down from Olympus onto the earth. Perhaps Habakkuk is alluding to something like that here, with God sitting in the sky, hurling the lightning of his glory down on those who deserve it. But there's also the word picture of archers. Indeed, every army in the Levant all throughout Israel's history had included legions of archers. Professional archery had long been a part of every nation's military tactics. Thousands of speeding arrows could fly across fields to target enemies without having to resort to even more deadly and costly hand-to-hand combat. In today's verse, Habakkuk likens God to a master archer, how he'll fire arrows of justice at unrepentant people. Considering how the power of God had smote thousands in the conquest of Canaan alone, it's really not an unfair comparison. Yet perhaps Habakkuk is also talking about God firing arrows of a different kind. Isaiah 49:2 says, "And he's also made me a select arrow. He has hidden me in his quiver." That isn't talking about military tactics. It's alluding to a battle of a different kind, where God will use men to overcome injustice by being the rhetorical, spirit-battling arrows in his quiver. Psalm 64 backs this up by saying, "But God will shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they'll be wounded." Believe it or not, that too isn't martial conversation. Instead, if you read the context, it's about combating evil with God's love, God's justice to overcome it with the superior power of love. That's the bottom line in the prayer, even in all this talk of bows and arrows. It's about spreading the love of God that'll always vanquish evil in any field of battle. The ultimate expression of that will be Jesus overcoming death on the cross. Oh, and even then, a sharp spear would be used to pierce him to see if he was dead. And he was, but only to their eyes. So be ready, my friend. Archer God can pull us from his quiver at any time.